All right, we're gonna do some how-tos, guys, for real estate. How to pick a lender, how to pick an agent, and how to search for properties. It's pretty straightforward. I think you're gonna go to your sphere of influence. Typically, in my experience, you're gonna post on Facebook, or you're gonna like go on Google, and you're gonna type it in, and you're gonna search some other stuff like that. And I think that you need to have a conversation with whomever you pick and interview them. Right? They're interviewing for a job. Make sure you're asking the questions, right? Don't just assume because it's my cousin that got a real estate license and passed a 75-hour test in the state of New Jersey anyway. I don't know about the other states, but and all of a sudden they're the guru. Like, no, like this is a big decision. This is the largest purchase you're ever gonna probably make in your life, right? Like there's not many $300,000 cars floating around that you're just gonna go buy, right? The house is gonna be a big deal for you. So I think that you need to search, you need to interview, right? You need to trust the person at the end of the day. It's okay to use a local reference or sphere of influence reference or go with that person at the end of the day. I'm not saying not to, but I'm saying you should really like go out there and shop around, right? Take them out for a test drive. Interview-wise. Now there are certain requirements in the state of New Jersey, for example, and a lot of other states where there's buyer agency agreements that have to be committed and signed prior to showing houses. But the first initial consultation for you to interview them doesn't have to be signed. It has to be when you start showing houses. So once you start a fiduciary relationship with somebody, and fiduciary is a financial responsibility term, right? That I'm responsible for your best financial interest. That's when things are a little more serious, and you gotta start putting some pen to paper. But in the meantime, ask some questions, right? Have a quick chat on the phone, right? See if you vibe with the person, right? Do they pick up what you're putting down, right? Are they going to be actively listening, or are they just going to impose their will on you because they think that you don't know what you're talking about? If they're not willing to answer the questions that you ask, then I would probably question that stuff. Like I said, sphere of influence, post, get some references, right? Because people who know have a good track record. When all things are equal, you want to do business with a friend is the mentality. Do some search, right? Google, right? Check it out, see if there's any crazy reviews about them. And three is just have the chat, right? Lenders are referenced, same kind of concept. Who's a great lender? I'm not married to. I'm literally married to a lender. She's a loan officer. However, I'm not married to one lender. Like you can go pick your own real estate lender, and you can pick a different real estate agent that don't know each other. There's no rule like that's set that says like, oh, you have to use my lender, you have to use my whatever, right? Like no, you can pick, right? You're the boss. You're in charge. I think that's a big misconception that you are the boss. We work for you. You don't work for us, right? So if you want something that's not legal, that is not illegal, right? Then you should be able to get that, whatever you're looking to attain. We guide, we advise, we get you through the process, but you are at the end of the day. I don't make the decisions for you. You make the decisions. I just consult and advise you on what to do and not to do, legally speaking. And searching for a property. So once you connect with that real estate agent, they should put you on a drip campaign out of the MLS that's sourced directly from the MLS and dropped in your inbox every single day. You can have it as fast as a second it hits the market to a daily reconciliation email that comes out to you that says like, hey, here's a new inventory in the market in the areas that we're shopping. We put people on that drip, and I can't tell you how many times they still send me the link from a third-party website out there. I'm not going to drop the names because I don't want to give them any kind of traction in the SEOs, but you're going to search your websites anyway. You're going to be flicking through those websites, you're going to be finding things on your own, you'll be getting the email. I can set you up a portal in the email, but at the end of the day, you're going to be on your phone scrolling, looking at stuff all day long. So there is no wrong answer to searching for a home. It's what is your style of kung fu and what works best for you. Perception is reality. So you might have an idea of what you want out of this house buying experience, but it's not going to be the reality. Right? I don't like ranchers. I'll give you my own personal story. I don't like ranchers. I think it's silly that I have to cook something and then my bedroom smells like what I cooked for dinner that night. However, guess what I bought? I bought a rancher, right? Because when I looked at the yard, I fell in love. So don't disqualify something instantly, right? Like keep an open mindset, and that's why we do a test run at the beginning with a lot of our clients that are buyers. I say, hey, like let's go look at a rancher, let's go look at this, let's look at that, let's look at different types, and you're gonna get a vibe, right? You're gonna know when you're actually in the house, unless you have some childhood trauma, or you lived in a cape when you were growing up, and you hated that the bedrooms were separated from your parents. Like maybe you don't like capes are just like cool. I got you, heard, actively listening. But I think we need to go test it out, right? We need to go look at a rancher, go look at a colonial, go look at a bungalow. Let's go look at different things. Let's go look at how the neighbors are set back from you, right? Like some houses have a ton of space between them. Other houses are condensed. They're packed in like sardines. What's your vibe, right? You might like a colonial, but if there's only 20 feet between you and the neighbor, Maybe you don't like that. Maybe you want some more privacy, right? Maybe you're looking for something that's a little bit different. So no, there is no right answer. There is a fail forward, right? There is, just keep trying until you find the right one. When you walk in the right one, well, I'll tell you, that chemical reaction happens in your brain and you just fall in love.